Let's talk about D23. We had a lot of announcements yesterday. Me and Lee, by the way, Ace and Lee here. We're going to talk about D23. And we had a ton of announcements and trailers and teasers and all sorts of stuff. So apparently they're working on a Hercules musical. How do you feel about it?
I'm not big on musicals, to be honest.
Me neither. Although, of course, the animated movies have music in them, but this is a live-action musical. And I don't know if it's going to be on Broadway or what. There was a Mufasa the Lion King trailer.
Yeah.
Well, how did you feel about it?
I'm not a huge fan of sequels. There are very few sequels and prequels that I will watch.
Yeah.
This was not really my cup of tea.
Yeah. Me neither. I'm not feeling it. I mean, we'll see though. I'm sure we'll watch it at some point, but maybe on Disney Plus when it comes out on there. I don't see myself going to the theaters for this one, although the first one did very well, I believe, in the movie theaters, but
I didn't like it.
Yeah. We're a little older, so the animated versions are going to be our favorites.
Yeah.
Got a new Snow White trailer, and the dwarves actually look like the Seven Dwarves.
My question is, how many times do we have to remake the same story? Why can't we come up with new stuff?
But it's live action.
I know. Do you know how many? Wow. There's so many live action Snow Whites, and I mean, like, when does it stop?
But this is the Disney live action Snow White. They're gonna probably do them all and then stop, hopefully. Although I don't really hate the live action stuff, but
there's only one live action that I have actually thought was decent.
Beauty and the Beast.
Yes.
Beauty and the Beast. Yeah. Aladdin wasn't bad either, but still, the animated ones are always going to be better for the most part. But yeah, I mean, the trailer looked like, a typical Disney trailer. It seemed, didn't get much out of it.
Yeah.
Gal Gadot, interesting choice for the villain.
The evil queen.
The evil queen. We'll see. I mean, I'm sure again we'll watch it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
There was also a Freaky Friday 2 little tease.
Yes, and I'm actually hoping this will be a good sequel because I was a big Lindsay Lohan fan when I was younger.
Yep.
Freaky Friday, Parent Trap, Mean Girls.
Yep. Then apparently there's going to be a Descendants and Zombies crossover, which, again, musicals aren't our thing. I think those are musicals, right?
Are all the Descendants musical?
I think so. A lot of Disney is musical, though, when you think about it. But yeah, I mean, I think those are,
I've never watched anything Descendants.
Never seen it.
I feel like I want to try at least to watch it.
Right. Percy Jackson Season 2, The Sea of Monsters, had a trailer. From what I saw, it looked, okay. Definitely want to check it out. Still haven't seen Season 1. We should watch that.
Yeah, I haven't seen Season 1. Weren't they movies too?
They were movies, yeah.
Did we watch those?
No.
I gotta watch those too, I guess.
I think we watched the first one. Was there another one? I don't know. But we definitely need to watch the show. I hear the show is good. There's also going to be The Greatest Showman musical as well. There was a performance, yeah.
Wait, isn't there already a musical?
I mean, not like on Broadway, I think. The Rock is going to be in a Monster Jam film. I have no idea what that's about.
Me neither.
But okay.
Isn't that those giant trucks?
Trucks, right. That's what I thought. There was a new picture of the Fantastic Four. I don't think I showed Lee this. I'm going to try to show you right now.
I don't think.
And they showed a trailer. I don't know if the trailer was exactly the same, but let's take a look. There's a little video clip that they had with him and his outfit, and they were all sitting at the table. Very Jetsons looking. And then there was another trailer, but I think it's the same trailer from Comic-Con. I don't know. It's a lot of the same stuff. I think it's the exact same trailer. I could be wrong. And Galactus shows up at the end.
Is this the one that has Pedro Pascal in it?
Yes.
Okay.
Mr. Fantastic. So in the little video clip they played, you could see the Fantastic Four sitting at a table, but one of the characters, Johnny Storm, was in his Fantastic Four outfit.
Yes.
And it looks very in that era, which is
50s.
supposed to be like the 50s, 60s, right? Yeah. So 63, I think, or something.
Yeah.
But it looks good. It looks classic, clean.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think? You know what you think.
I'm picturing the old Batman with the
yes
onesie.
Yeah. Adam West. So apparently they also showed some stuff from Ironheart, which is another movie they're working on, or is it a show? I don't know. Ironheart is the character from Black Panther 2.
Ah, okay.
And so that's being worked on. There might have been some footage. I don't know. Now, Captain America Brave New World, I don't know if it was the same footage as Comic-Con, but I do know there is one or two things that were different. They showed Red Hulk. So Lee hasn't seen this yet. We're going to get her live reaction right now. So this.
Red Hulk.
Red Hulk.
Is it the same character, but he
Oh
just
no!
turns red?
Oh, you'll see. Oh, no. You'll see. Ready?
Okay.
Here we go.
Wait. It's the same character.
It's not the same. Look at the face.
Let me see.
Look at the face. Which actor is that?
Oh my god. Wait. Hold on. Is that the guy that's our age?
Absolutely not.
Let me look at it again.
So what I'm showing her is Red Hulk at the president's podium in Captain America: Brave New World.
That is. Like,
okay, let's put it this way.
Can we give an age range, like our parents' age, or
one of your favorite actors of all time? This is one of your favorite actors of all time, and
that's
mine
one
too.
of my favorite actors of all time?
Yes.
One of mine.
Yes.
It's not Jim Carrey.
It is not.
I can't. It's not Dean.
No, I said older.
Older.
Look right here. Look right there. Harrison Ford.
That is not Harrison Ford.
That is Harrison Ford.
No, it's not.
Yes.
Indiana Jones. Han Solo.
Yep.
My favorite. Han Solo.
Yes.
That doesn't.
That's him. Yes. You don't think that looks like him?
Hold up. Do you know who I was going to say it was?
Who? Tell me.
The Zac Efron.
My gosh. You thought this is... Well, let me see. Hold on.
Take a look.
Okay. I kind of see it, especially with when it's moving. But when
tell
you
me
pause
that doesn't
it,
look
though...
like Zac Efron.
Yeah, I'll give you Zac Efron.
If you're only getting that little clip.
Okay, I'll give you that. But if you haven't seen it, by the way, Harrison Ford is turning into the Red Hulk, it looks like, in front of the White House.
Neither of them looks alike, Zac Efron
Right.
Because that...
But we're looking at a
does not
CGI
look like-
monster, yeah.
That does not look like Harrison Ford.
I think it does.
You think that looks like Harrison Ford?
Maybe because I knew it was him beforehand. Maybe that's why. But Red Hulk is a completely different character than, good old Green Hulk. So, yeah, I think that looks pretty good as far as CG goes. Yeah, pretty cool, though.
That is wild.
Yeah. So that is for Captain America: Brave New World. And, of course, Anthony Mackie taking over the role of Captain America. Very curious to see how that movie is. I'm very excited about it. I don't think there was anything for Thunderbolts. I mean, we had Comic-Con not too long ago where they had, Thunderbolts stuff. But there might have been. Again, there was so much going on yesterday. That was one of the cooler things, I would say. Or one of the things we're looking forward to, I should say. Well, I don't know about you.
Is what?
That movie, I'm looking forward to it because it's Marvel.
Fantastic Four?
Well, that and Captain America. That's for Captain America.
This is for Captain America.
Yeah, that one. But yeah, looking forward to that one. What else? Daredevil Born Again. We saw the video of it, and it looks...
This is a show?
So Daredevil Born Again is a show. It's bringing back a lot of the actors. We got confirmation yesterday because John Bernthal was on stage with some of the cast. So Punisher's going to be back. This is kind of an open secret. It's a new show, but it's got all the old, well, not all the old, but a lot of the old actors. This is going to be under Disney versus, the ones they created for Netflix. So yeah, everything's fresh, but it's the same people, some of the same people. I don't know how the story's going to work, but I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
Because that Daredevil show was amazing.
Daredevil was good.
Yeah.
I did like that show.
Yeah. And Punisher. I like Punisher too. Season 1 was really good.
Punisher is really good too.
And you got Foggy and Karen. And of course, Kingpin is back. So very excited. It looks good. From the footage they showed, it looks good. Season 1 is in March, but they said season 2 work is starting soon. So they're obviously very confident. Everyone's hyped about it. I think it's going to be great.
New show.
Yeah.
Wow.
Already working on season 2. Yeah, that's wild.
So season 1 is already been created. Are they just fine tuning it?
Yeah,
or?
exactly. So coming out in March of next year.
So that's coming in March next year. Why are they waiting so long? They have to work on it for that long after they create it?
Effects and stuff and all that, yeah.
Wow.
Yep. There was a whole Agatha, music thing going on, but they showed a trailer too. We watched the trailer online.
She's connected with that.
So she is, of course, from WandaVision. Mm-hmm. And so this is going to take place right after that. There's some, stuff that links back to that. There's it shows Wanda Maximoff, shows her name on somebody's foot, like a death tag. What do you call that?
What? Oh, yeah, like the toe tag.
Yep. They go on this witches, what's it called? A witch's walk, they said. Mm-hmm. It looks very spooky and it looks more horror, which... Yeah, it's horror.
I'm definitely a horror fan, and I love witches.
I think they're trying to get that Hocus Pocus crowd. So,
yeah.
And it's coming out in September, I think. So, I'm looking forward to it. I hope it's good. I hope it'll be a different.
Too. I do love a good villain.
Yeah, I guess if you get to the end of the road, you get whatever you want. But
what is this Dorothy?
Speaking of, she does at one point turn into the Wicked Witch of the West.
Oh, yeah.
If you saw the
in
trailer.
that trailer, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be weird and fun. Looking forward to it. And I think that was it for live action Marvel. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes. I think that's all I know of, at least.
Yeah, I mean, we've got Thunderbolts coming out too, but I don't think there was anything on that. I wanted to wait on Star Wars, but let's go to Star Wars. I am in such a Star Wars
Yeah, you've been on like a
kick.
He's been wanting us to rewatch all the movies again.
I just played Fallen Order again. I played Battlefront. I got a preview to play Outlaws.
Don't forget.
Yeah, Lego.
We played Lego. Is that what you're going to say?
Yeah, Lego Star Wars.
Yes, Lego Star Wars, which is awesome. I love playing that with you. That's one of the most fun things is playing any of the Lego games.
I love being Qui-Gon. And I love being Padme, also known as Queen Amidala.
Yep.
And who's my favorite that I've been being
Leia.
a lot? Leia. Oh, I love being Leia too. She's really cute.
Speaking of Lego, there is another trailer now for this new Lego Star Wars miniseries. It's 4 parts, and I think it's called Rebuild or something. I forget the name of it. But anyway, it looks awesome. Darth Jar Jar is in it. Amazing.
Yes.
We got a new look at some of the other characters that are going to be in it. Mark Hamill, we got to hear as this like alternate version of Luke who's like very chill. Like has nothing to do with the Jedi Order at all.
I love it so much.
And then he says something in the trailer that had me cracking up about, he was talking about basically like all the problems with the movies and stuff that he had. It was great.
No.
Anyway, but one of the most surprising things, and besides Darth Jar Jar, because we knew about that from the last trailer with the Dark Millennium Falcon and all that, but there was like a trooper that came up.
Oh my God, the trooper.
He pulled his helmet off, and it was Admiral Akbar. Yeah. And there was like a bunch of them. It's all, so the clones.
It's a trap.
So all the clones are going to be Admiral Akbar clones instead of from.
It was amazing.
Yeah, they're all going to be Admiral Akbar.
I need more of it. Give me 14 of them. I'll take. What is it?
Yeah. Give me 14. Give me 14 of them right now. But so instead of the clones being, from Jango Fett and whatnot and whatnot, they're going to be Admiral Akbars or just Akbar, General Akbar, whatever.
Dream come true.
So yeah. Can you imagine the Clone Wars if they were all him going, it's a trap.
It's a trap.
I'm excited. So yeah, you should watch the new trailer if you haven't for that. Excited about it. I hope it's fun. What's it called? It's called Rebuild the Galaxy or something. I forget the name of it, but comes out in a few. I can't think September maybe. Oh, I'm gonna look. I should probably look this up. It's not really good of me to tell you guys about this stuff and not
have the deets.
It's Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy. First episode premieres on September 13th. I don't know if they all drop that day, but I'm looking forward to it.
I'm not sure, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Can't wait.
Can't wait. All right, then continuing on with the Star Wars stuff. Andor Season 2, which takes place over the course of 4 years, or it's 4 years later. I'm not sure which detail that is. Okay. But it looks like from the footage we saw, there's just, more rebellion stuff going on. There's like bombs going off. And yeah, I mean, looks good. You get to see Mon Mothma for a little bit.
What did you think of the first season, though?
I mean, I didn't love the first season. I know a lot of people do.
Same. I did not. Wasn't a huge fan of it.
Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of it. I thought it was like okay.
Could have done so much more with it.
Yeah, and I think it's hard too because there's, I liked Rogue One. It's one of my favorite Star Wars movies, and this is, of course, ties into that. And the end of the season, I believe, is supposed to like tie into that. But
gotcha.
Andor Season 2 looks fine. I'm curious to see more. I myself am more of a, like with my Star Wars, don't get me wrong, I love the rebellion aspect, but it's not my favorite thing.
Oh, really?
I like more of the lore behind Jedi, Sith, and all that stuff in between. I'm gonna watch it. I'm cautiously optimistic. I don't think it's gonna be bad, but I'm sure it'll be fine. I also love, I like some of the characters too. It's a very serious tone too for this one, Looking forward to it. I don't want to hate on the show. I don't think it's bad. I just think it's fine. I'm not super excited about it, but I will watch it. of course. And Krennic and Saw Gerrera are returning, which is, that'll be good, to sort of tie everything in. Speaking of rebellions, though, or rebels, Zeb is going to be showing up in the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. We got to see footage of that as well from D23. Looks pretty good. I'm very excited to see it. I love the Mandalorian. I think that's one of my favorite Star Wars properties right now.
Yeah, it was really good. I really like Mandalorian.
And a lot of people I don't know. There seems to be a lot of people who think season 3 there was a huge dip in quality. I don't think so. I liked it. I thought it was fine.
I enjoy.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed each season.
Yeah, I think they've been good. But then again, I myself am more into the growing lore of, like I said, Jedi, Sith, and I didn't mention this before, but the Mandalorians. I love the lore behind Mandalore and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So this is really cool. I'm excited for the movie. I think it looked pretty good. I don't know if they put out the trailer officially because we saw a
snippet.
Yeah, but it looks good. It looks good from what we saw. You get to see Grogu, of course, and some of those Babu Frick people. I can't remember their names.
All the Babu Fricks.
Yes,
I love them.
I forget what their species, so we're just gonna call them Babu Fricks.
Babu Fricks.
They looked adorable. They were in it. There were some snow troopers, I think, too, and those. I mean, I love the way they look. A lot of cool stuff. I think there was an ATRT and ATAT. A lot of cool stuff. Definitely check out that footage if you can. And yes, you get to hear Zeb speak, which I thought was really cool. And Zeb is my least favorite character from Rebels, so it still got me super excited to see Zeb in live action. So yeah, I'm very excited about that. And as cool as that was, I think we need to see more. I mean, everybody's going to see it if you've been watching The Mandalorian, of course. But the thing I think we were most curious about was Skeleton Crew, especially after watching The Acolyte.
Yes.
And Skeleton Crew were sold. And all it took was Neil, who I don't know what species Neil is, but
elephant. I call him elephant species.
I call him the Max Rebo species because that is the most famous of that species that we've seen. And it just looks like a lot of people are saying Goonies. Yeah, it's got that 80s feel, E.T. Goonies type of thing, a bunch of kids or Stranger Things even, and they showed a suburban
It was very...
Yeah, it was I was like, this is Star Wars, but I was like, okay, that would make sense. Yeah, because I'm not saying it's not Star Wars. It's just it was a different kind of, a lot of people are calling it suburban environment. But yeah, I mean, it was. It just looked... It took me out. They had a garage and everything and all this stuff. And I'm like, I shouldn't say it took me out, but it just was oh, okay. Right?
Yeah.
What did you think?
I don't know. I just love the cuteness and the little voice.
Like what? Once I heard that, I was sold. I was sold.
And if they don't make a plushie,
they have to.
I'm going to go crazy.
Yeah. And there's Jude Law, looks like a character that can control the Force or that can use the Force. And they go into a Jedi temple, which is pretty cool. So there's a lot of stuff I'm very excited about. I think it's going to be a good show. I think it is too. And there's some connections to The Mandalorian as well, because one of the characters, that pirate character, they had a statue of at D23 as well. Also, deep cut, apparently, there is a character, I didn't tell you this, from Captain EO, the old attraction at Epcot. So the one with Michael Jackson.
Oh, yeah, because I never got to go on that. When did they even create that ride, and when did they get rid of it?
I don't know when they got rid of it, but I don't think we were there at the time.
Is it related to that?
Yeah. So there's a cat, a little cat in a cage, or it looks like a cat. Looks like a cat in a cage. That's supposed to be Fuzzball, one of the characters.
Oh,
yeah.
Fuzzball, and that was one of the characters on the ride?
Apparently, yeah.
What?
Yeah. So wild stuff. And we're not, we're going to be talking about the theme park stuff after we get through the movies and TV shows. Don't worry. But the next thing we might even do a separate podcast for that. I don't know. Yeah. But that's it for Star Wars as far as movies and TV shows for live action. And then the next thing we're going to talk about is Pixar. Because oddly enough, the number one thing that I'm excited about is a Disney thing, straight up Disney. So, and I think you guys will be excited about the Disney announcements too. But Pixar was throwing some stuff out there. So Toy Story 5 in theaters 2026.
Yes, and like I said, there's very few things that I like prequels and sequels of. Toy Story is one of those things that I love the sequels for.
And Forky's going to be in it, so we're not just taking characters that were in the old ones and removing them. I don't know about Ducky and Bunny, but It's going to be about, I hope they're back. It's gonna,
Yes, please. Key and Peele.
We need Key and Peele. They're amazing. It's going to be about the toys and coming to terms with kids playing with like iPads and electronics and things like that. And they, yep. And they showed some concept art of like all the toys at the end of the bed looking at someone. I don't know who. They didn't say. It looks like the toys are looking at Bonnie. And
yeah, it's like somebody under a blanket.
Somebody under a blanket,
with like an iPad or something.
Yep. And so it's them dealing with kids that are playing with electronics, they said. So yeah, I mean, there was a short little teaser. It didn't give us much. There was no voices. It just showed an alien being picked up in a claw machine, and then it showed Woody and Buzz, and I think it wasn't Bo Peep, was it? I know Jessie was there, but I don't know if Bo Peep was there. She might have been.
I don't remember seeing Bo Peep.
It was very short tease.
It was the alien, Buzz, Jessie, and Woody.
Yeah.
In the little snippet.
But we're excited about it. We love Toy Story. We'll be there day one.
Oh,
obviously.
yeah, absolutely.
Then there's a show that we've seen some stuff of so far, but this was like a full-on trailer. Well, not a full-on trailer. It was more like a teaser for a show called Win or Lose.
What was that?
So it looked like it was a coach teaching a baseball team, like a little league team. But you know what it reminded me of, the animation style? It reminded me of Turning Red.
Really?
Some of the parts. I don't know if you remember. Some of it like looked like it, would change the animation style a little bit, kind of like in Turning Red.
Yeah.
And I thought that was pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to it. It's Pixar. I think that one's Pixar, right? It should be, yeah.
I believe.
So we're looking forward to that. There was a new look at Elio, which is this like space adventure thing that's coming out, movie. Then there's another movie they're working on called Hoppers.
Yes.
Where somebody puts their brain in an animal. Was it a squirrel or a wreck? What was it? It was a beaver.
It looked like a beaver or a mole.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, looks cute. Need to see more.
It does look cute, but I definitely need to see more. Interesting
concept too. But Zootopia 2, there were some new pics, and I don't know if there was any more footage. There were these spoofs of movie posters though for all of like Marvel and Disney in general. They had like Wolverine and Deadpool as two different animals fighting each other. There were all these different posters that looked really funny.
Yeah, good. I saw those.
Yeah. Frozen 3 coming out in 2027. Concept art we got to see, and it was just Anna and Elsa on horses, and then there was like a villain in the shadows. It looked like.
I cannot wait.
And they're saying there's going to be a Frozen 4 as well, and that Frozen 3 might be split into 2 parts. I don't know though.
I always, I have a sister, and we always like to call ourselves Anna and Elsa because I'm the big sister and she's the little sister. And
do you want to be this?
I think there's so many people out there that can relate to that, whether it's your best friend or your sister, having that like close knit relationship, but also being like two completely different people at the same time.
Yep. There's a Frozen musical apparently going to be on Broadway, 2025. Back to Pixar for their biggest announcement of the night, which I don't know, biggest. For me, it's very exciting. Incredibles 3 is in the works. Brad Bird is working on it. How do we feel?
What is it?
Incredibles 3 is in the works.
Incredibles 3.
In the original.
I'm excited about it because I love The Incredibles. I think that, yes, they get some love at Disney, but I don't think they get enough love.
Yeah, and if you're at Walt Disney World, by the way, best places for Incredibles, you got Hollywood Studios.
I feel like they hide them away.
That whole little area, I know.
Yeah, they're like kind of like set back. People, I don't know if a lot of people like realize that they're over there.
Right. Yeah, I don't know what kind of space is back there. I wonder if they'll ever put an attraction. Somebody said they were going to put like a Monsters, Inc. roller coaster back there. I don't know.
That would be fun.
Yeah, I don't know if they can. I don't know what the space looks like. I honestly haven't looked at a map of there in a long time, but that would be awesome.
That would be.
And we're talking about Hollywood Studios. When you first walk in, if you go to the right and you're heading towards Toy Story Land, right as if you instead of taking the right towards Toy Story Land, if you go straight, there's this little Pixar area.
Like where you'd get the Num Num cookies?
Yes, you can get the Num Num cookies. You can meet Frozone. You can meet Edna Mode. The Edna Mode experience is underrated, by the way.
I love Edna Mode. She's great.
We did that. That was a lot of fun. She wanted you to kiss her hand or something, right? That was funny. And then they had Mr. and Mrs. Incredible. They have Sully sometimes.
Yes.
Joy from Up.
They never have Mike Wazowski.
I know. I don't know if they used to. Yeah, they should.
A character meet and greet, or a character in general, even just walking around. I've never seen him.
Yeah, I know. I don't think I have either. I don't think we have. But they should. So they should do something over there, of course. But as far as Incredibles 3 goes, we're both. I mean,
I'm there for it. I'm here for it, whatever you want to call it. I'm definitely into seeing that third one.
Yes. Very excited. And that was it for Pixar. We went kind of back and forth between Pixar and Disney stuff. There was a Moana 2 trailer.
Yes. Oh my God. And the little girl that you said it's her little sister, is it?
That's her little sister, yeah.
Stop.
Adorable. It looks good. I know it was originally supposed to be like a mini series or something, but
really?
it looks good. I think I don't know what the final product's going to be, but I think movie quality looks good.
It does look good. I feel like I love the bright colors that they use in it.
And Maui's going to be fighting somebody or...
Finally putting some more emphasis on Pua. Pua's, because she's like, you're going to be coming with us this time. And like making like Pua a more significant character role in it, because they focused so much on Hey in the previous one on the boat. And they gave like no love to Pua, and everybody, I mean, I don't know about you, but I love Pua.
Yeah, and there was some Hey, and then what are those coconut creatures called? I forget their names.
Oh my God.
They're adorable though.
I don't remember.
They're involved. Obviously The Rock is involved, and yeah, I mean, it looks good. I'm excited for it. I'm sure everybody's kids are going to watch it 50,000 times. And, I mean, it looks good.
It does.
So the next thing we want to talk about is Avatar 3. They released a picture, a logo for it. And, it looks cool. They released some concept art, I think, too. Just, looks pretty cool. But the name is what I think is kind of exciting, and it's called Fire and... Apparently I wrote down ASB, but it should be Ash, I'm sure. Fire and Ash.
Fire and Ash.
So Avatar, Fire and Ash is going to be the title for Avatar 3. Now, there's also going to be something called Dream Productions from the World of Inside Out, which I think is going to be a mini-series.
I hope.
So that sounds interesting. I don't know much of the plot of that one. Now, we're going to talk about, I think...
What I've been waiting to talk about this entire time.
This is a very short video that was put out. Well, actually, there were a few videos. There was a video put out at the actual D23. Then there was a short little teaser. Not teaser, I would say. I don't know. It was like 10, 15 seconds put out.
Yeah.
You should at least...
a teaser.
For so long, we have been speculating what this movie was going to look like and what this character was going to look like. There were a lot of fake images out there, but this one, they finally just released some footage of this character.
And
yes,
before we even say anything, this character has been getting a good amount of merch this year. It's been very suspicious.
Yep, Halloween party was just yesterday, and there's a lot of Halloween merch featuring this character.
And this character was also... this year's snack.
That's right. That's
what do you call it?
Yep. So every year, snacks for this creature.
They do like 12 months of snacks.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And it's the character with a different snack each month. So, like the Mickey Premium Bar, like cotton candy and stuff like that.
And people have been coming into my chats when I'm live streaming at the parks at Walt Disney World, and they're like, what's with all the Stitch merch? It's getting overwhelming. But yeah, it's Stitch. I don't think it's overwhelming. I think Stitch is fantastic.
I love Stitch.
Stitch is a great character, especially to use as like a little shot, like a tiny, like, I don't want to say tiny version, but it's good to use him as like a character that can break the fourth wall. You've got Deadpool, obviously, for adults and stuff and older kids, but I think Stitch is a great character to break the fourth wall, and he's also adorable. So they had some footage. You should definitely check it out. There's not a ton of footage, but Stitch looks very good for live action.
Yes, I was actually shocked. I was like, I was so nervous. I didn't want him to look weird or creepy.
Yep, and there were a lot of fake videos and photos out there, but...
that were making it a little scary, thinking that it was going to look like that. But.
Especially with what happened to Sonic the Hedgehog when we got that awful Sonic and then they went and changed.
Oh my God, that one was atrocious, absolutely atrocious. But I'm so glad with what they did with this Stitch.
Yeah, looks very good for live action. Can't wait to see more of it. Hopefully we get like a full trailer soon. But now, that one could be the one to, above all the live actions. I don't know, because
I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see, though. It depends on what they do with the space stuff and the Earth stuff. I don't know. We'll see. But comes out summer 2025, I think.
I can't wait. I definitely want to see that in theaters.
And so this sort of answered a question, what is Stitch going to look like and sound like? Looks and sounds fantastic. Another question for what was probably my favorite or most anticipated reveal, and that is for the new TRON movie. So the way Disney approached this was very smart. They released some footage, almost a full trailer.
Yeah.
Put Evan Peters right at the beginning, which is great. And the trailer looked fine. It's different because some of it takes place in the real world. I mean, not that hasn't happened in the other movies, but you have a character now using a light cycle in the real world. It looked very interesting. So I'm very curious to see how this is all going to work out, right?
Interesting.
You've got Jared Leto.
Yep.
So Cameron Monaghan, is that how you say it? Or Monaghan? I'm sorry I'm butchering your name, but he's fantastic.
You said it right.
He's apparently in the movie too, I read somewhere. It looks like some of the movie takes place on a grid as well, which it's not supposed to be the same grid that we've seen in other movies. We also got to see Jeff Bridges. We don't know what role he's going to play. This is supposed to be a new grid. We obviously know him as Kevin Flynn, and he kind of died in the last movie, but maybe he became a part of the grid or something. I don't know. I have no idea what kind of role he's going to play, but he looks cool.
What if they're going to do a flashback or something with him?
Maybe a flashback, that's true. So I don't know. I'm very curious. But when I say the smart thing, not just putting Evan Peters at the beginning because he's a great actor, but they also revealed the music for the movie. Now, obviously, a lot of people love that soundtrack. That's one of the biggest draws for the movie for a lot of people is the Daft Punk soundtrack. But Daft Punk recently retired. So Daft Punk is not going to be doing this soundtrack. So everyone was wondering who's going to be doing the soundtrack. Who could it be? So they did this little laser announcement thing with the Tron Ares, red font and everything. It's going to be 9 Inch Nails. So 9 Inch Nails is going to be doing the soundtrack. Now, some people are probably oh, it's not Daft Punk, it's not going to be good. I disagree. Trent Reznor has been doing soundtracks for a while, and they've been very good. The Social Network, very good soundtrack. So now having 9 Inch Nails, though, doing the soundtrack for this, I think it's going to be great. We'll probably fit the vibe of this movie.
I can see it.
Yeah, I mean, we have to hear more, obviously, but if anyone were to do it, I think it's a good choice.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to hear more, but I want to know from Lee, which of the announcements was your favorite and why?
Oh, that's so hard because there's a lot of things that I like that I saw. I'm really excited for Frozen, Incredibles, Stitch, and Toy Story.
Yeah.
But if I could only pick one, I'd probably pick Toy Story.
Yeah, I think I'm in the same boat. I mean, well, I don't know. I'm excited for a lot, just like you. A lot of the stuff are sequels and whatnot to movies and things we grew up with. But obviously, I'm going to be most excited about Tron. But there was a lot of good stuff this year. I have to say, there was a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
The past few years, I mean, besides Marvel and, a couple of things here and there, this was a lot. This was a lot of stuff. And we're not even done.
One, though, too. The Stitch one was pretty high for me. He looked really cute. Oh, no, but then I think about Neil.
Neil or Nell or whatever.
No, I can't pick just one.
Yeah, there was a lot, and that says it right there. The fact that we can't even pick one, because, I mean, I'm in the same boat. I love the look of Skeleton Crew. But yeah, Skeleton Crew, there's so many good things this year. What are you looking forward to? Let me know and head on over to Discord so we can talk about it. That's it for the movies and TV shows. We have the park stuff coming up next. We're going to talk about that either in this podcast or another one. But yeah, bye.